What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of BTR Beyond the Ropes. My name's Retro Relapse, aka Fernando, and with me, as always, today on the ones and twos, the BFF holding down the BFF duties. That mother lover, Randizzle, aka Randy. What it do, Randizzle, on
What
this
is
wonderful
up?
Top Rope Tuesday?
What is up on another Tuesday night? Awesome. There's a lot of awesome wrestling. I missed it all this weekend. I was blackout drunk, some might say. I said having a good time. Yeah,
Were you a zombie on the strip?
I might as well. I know I wasn't that bad. I wasn't a tweaker on the strip. I was just lingering, wandering around, having a grand old time. But before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that little bell and get notified whenever we drop new episodes throughout the week. Of course, you can watch and listen on your favorite podcast platforms at Beyond the Ropes 210. And of course, also on the socials at Beyond the Ropes 210. Woo! But did you happen to watch wrestling this weekend or this past week?
I've been glued to the TV because there's some good drama going on. Let's go. Uh, I know we were kind of talking off air about what we wanted to kind of dive into today. AEW will be our main focus, I believe, but we were talking about WrestleMania 42 since it's right around the corner, April 18th and 19th. I kind of want to just throw some stuff at you on that if you wouldn't
Yeah.
mind indulging me a little bit, and we'll kind of get more into it on Thursday, so I give you time to catch up. I hope a day and a half is a good enough time to try to catch up and not just the clips. Like I want
Mm.
you to watch some of it because you know what? As much as these wrestlers are putting their bodies on the lines prior to the big show, they're putting their bodies on the line, and sometimes some of it's looking in a bad way right now because there's been some heavy botches. There's been some miscommunication, and I don't know if they're trying to go hard because they're getting pushed from the back to make it look good, to start getting people more enthralled to really want to buy the pay per view or get ESPN or go buy a ticket to watch the show and go out there. But it's not looking good. It's not looking good. And I hope we don't get to a point where we're going to start losing wrestlers due to stupid injuries because, like, you want to make it must see, you want to build the drama, but at the same token, I mean, at the same time, you don't want to take away what you're trying to put out there altogether. So I hope WWE gets their mess together because yeah, it's looking kind of rough. And even AEW too. I've been really dissecting like some of the matches that have been going on, and I again, we are not professionals. Again, we've never been in a ring. Again, we've never had any of the training that these guys have had, but we've been longtime fans. And if you really watch the product, you really know when something's off, when something's missing, when there's a step that's just overthought because you're paying attention to everything that's going on. And then me personally, since I've been, getting a little more involved watching the local wrestling, they don't do as much as what you see on TV. Some go even out, so I can't say not completely, but when you don't have the right dance partner, we've said this 100 times already. Things get bad. Things look bad. Shit happens, and
Shit happens for sure.
the missed cues, the missteps can lead to a heavy injury, can lead to something really bad, and that's the last thing you're gonna want. Because if you know you've got a main goal of a big giant card that's coming up, you don't want to fuck that up. You want to be very careful, but when you're too careful, you could also fuck up.
I
So
think
I only say that because hey, there's been some nasty botches on TV.
I think what's happening is, and we see it unfortunately always in those big upcoming main event pay-per-views like WrestleMania, All In for AEW. People want to get themselves on the card, right? And the way you get yourself on the card is show out. Not necessarily your wrestling or your program. That does help a lot also, but the fans are the ones that get you in right in front of the limelight, right in front of the camera. And sometimes some of these wrestlers who don't have anything going into one of these big pay-per-views tries to go that extra mile, and then, like Fern said, it's just a miscue, a mishap, a misstep, and all of a sudden you have a concussion. Oh, you broke your collarbone. You fucking Rhea Ripley a couple of years ago broke her collarbone. Liv Morgan broke her eye socket.
Rhea
Like,
Ripley broke her nose.
broke her nose. Like, and luckily for her, they put a mask on her and they let her continue to fight. But these little injuries, these little miscues, can be big things. I mean, a perfect example: Bianca Belair. She busted her knuckle last WrestleMania. She's still out for a foreseeable future. Like it
Did you hear about what's up with that? She went a good amount of time without having surgery. She did not want to do surgery. Then they said, you know what, you're gonna have to get that surgery done on your hand, and I think it's a middle finger on her right hand and into her knuckle. And they had, I want to say recently on socials, she showed a picture, after the surgery. They show her hand. It's like sewn up, like it's crazy. And then there were reports saying that there's a possibility because it hasn't healed that they might have to take it. There's a
wow.
possibility that they may have to take that finger.
And that's all from let me do and who am I to say what works, what kind of medical practices help who and how you want to heal your body? I know since I broke a lot of bones. I also didn't go to the doctor a lot of times. Point proven. This big ass scar. Didn't go to the doctor for a year and a half, and it was broken, clean in half. And then I finally went. But it could have been very bad. Lucky for me, it healed. But it could have been very bad. And if you're saying what happened with Bianca Belair, waiting so long, and now it's so bad and it's not healing, it's not the surgery isn't taking, and possibly taking it away. That's rough for something, just a thought of, hey, I don't want to do surgery right away when she could have got it done next day. WWE, especially her being a top star, the top women, one of the top women's female stars in WWE, like, you would have thought she'd run through it and go and get it done. But hey, again, who am I to say how you heal your body? Everyone does their own thing, but it's shit like that. Look, now she's out. She's gonna miss a big dance. She missed a whole year. I'm sure WWE isn't happy about her missing a whole year either. Fucked up a lot of storylines, So
One thing I did notice, she's in the Slim Jim commercial with LA Knight and Big E. They do everything not to show her hand in the commercial.
I believe it. I fucking believe it.
I think
She's
she
she's
does the
she's
Slim Jim
snapping
snap.
into Slim Jim on the other hand,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
Like
Uh-huh.
they're trying to make the most of her. They're paying her. She's out. I don't know what those contract situations are like, if they're like AEW where you're out and you owe us the time. I don't know, but they obviously take care of their people. It's just, hey, it's a situation, and she's gonna be out. And again, who knows for how long? But again, I'll revert back to sometimes a lot of these people, a lot of these wrestlers who want to kind of leapfrog towards the front, do some crazy things. And I didn't get to see it, but I saw a clip of Io Sky doing a dive that she's done probably thousands of times, and her foot hits the rope and she lands nasty on like her shoulder and her neck. And she got up and she was playing it off, talking to Kyrie like, and then she rose up and you can see the ref telling Raquel, "Hey, just end it. Just fucking end it." And she gives a Tejana bomb, but she doesn't do it like she usually does. She kind of like sets her down. It still makes it
Mhm.
look tough, but she sets her down, rolls her up, makes sure to take care of her neck, and then immediately when she gets up, the fucking referee's on top of fucking Io Sky, like checking her, like, talking to her, and
Mhm.
so
A
that's
tope
just
suicida gone wrong, and I can also bring another one to the table. AEW wise, there was a championship match where it was the Babes of Wrath going back for their titles, or so they say their titles, against the Divine Dominion, and there was a spot where Megan Bain did a tope going through the ropes, and her leg, and she's a big girl, her
too
leg
big, a
hit the
lot
rope
bigger.
and flopped down as well. But she got right back up also and went back at it and stuff. So I mean, man, it doesn't matter how much practice you get doing those moves or whatever like that. You never know what's going to happen the day of TV, the day of pay per view, the day of that match actually happening. I mean, things happen.
And I wanna touch back on this because I've heard it a lot in a lot of wrestling podcasts I listen to with other legends or wrestlers or active wrestlers, and especially people who are in WWE and a lot of people who were in WWE and now in AEW and Ring of Honor, not doing a lot of live shows. You don't get your reps in, and you're not
Hmm.
consistent. These moves that you do a lot, you're consistent with them. Sometimes that you lost that step, you gassed out a little too early in the match, and now you're trying to do something because you have it planned out. It's part of the match. It's one of your spots, and either you're gassed out and you don't do the full jump, or because you haven't wrestled consistently for 2 weeks and you've just been on backstage or whatever, you try something that you've done hundreds of times when you were actively wrestling every day or every other day, and now you're just those are just miscues. And a lot of these wrestlers, especially old school wrestlers, are like, although it's good, you're saving your body and you're protecting it from not being taking all those bumps, all those, you they always say you have a bump card. There's only so many bumps you can take before it's time to hang them up. But
Hmm.
at the same token, they're saying, well, if you're not getting the reps in, those bumps hurt a lot more because they're few and far between. And then
Hmm.
there's situations or opportunities to make those little mistakes that can be big things at the end of the day. And
One person that I always heard saying it while watching his YouTube show was Sammy Guevara when he wasn't being used for a while and he knows he's going back on TV or whatever. He would, oh man, I don't want to take my bumps today. You want to take them? He'd always try to pawn them out. You want to take my bumps? You want to take my bumps? I don't want to do my bumps because if you're out for a while, a few weeks turns into heavier pain than you used to because it's like like developing a callus. You develop a callus when you're using a hammer a lot. You develop a callus when you kick in things a lot or you do a certain move or a certain thing even in regular work, picking up
mm-hmm,
lifting boxes, whatever the case, and then when you're out for a while and then come back and do it, it's like, oh man, it hurts, I don't want to do this again. But then your body gets used to it once you start getting those reps in.
yeah, and you
Yeah.
hear it like you said, everyday people like coming back from vacation. All of a sudden, you're doing something that you climbing a ladder, climbing up steps, or using a hammer, or taking a fucking bump, and you haven't taken a bump or haven't used the hammer in fucking a week. That's bad enough. And a lot of these guys in WWE and AEW don't get used, or they use the match one night and then they're off for a whole month, and then they come back, and of course they want to get the crowd back behind them because the way to get a spot on the card is for the crowd to love you. So they're like, well, I gotta fucking take it up a notch so the crowd gives me a reaction. They hear it in the back, and maybe I can get put in a story. Maybe I can be put in the title contention. And then you do these fucking crazy things, and there's mishaps, there's miscues, or it's just regular wear and tear that your body's not used to at the moment, and shit
Hmm.
happens. You get gassed out. What did they say? Like Undertaker said it more recently. There's being in shape and there's being in ring shape. It's two different things, right? You can be the fucking most healthiest person, always active, always gym, and then all of a sudden you're in the ring running the ropes, and all the side the side of your arm where you hit the fucking cables or the fucking ropes tearing you up, and you're like, oh fuck, I can't even pick up this guy because now I'm sore. I got fucking bruises.
Are
Who
you
knows?
pulling the Rhea Ripley Jade Cargill promo right now? Because that was a promo that happened what a couple
Really?
weeks back, where on SmackDown, not last week, but the week before, where she's like, "You may be Rhea's ripping into Jade because Jade rips into Rhea first, of course. You may be gym ready, but I'm built for war. You're not ring ready. You will not be able to beat me." And
And
then, of course, that's when the faction happened, and now she's got her little baddies.
yeah, but again, we talked about it before. That is the cover to protect the weakness, so they don't expose the weakness of Jade. She
Hmm.
has defended her belt in 100 and something days one time in a squash match. Not
Hmm.
one time in a fucking 20-minute match or 15-minute match. One time in a fucking less than 5-minute match.
Yep.
Not including the
Oh, this
intros.
past Friday on SmackDown, you had
Mhm.
BFAB who wanted to go take some business out on Rhea. So it was BFAB versus Rhea. That match didn't even last 5 minutes before all the interference came in, and then it stopped. Jade threw her into the stairs, threw her into the announce table, and that was that. But of course, you're not trying to hurt your star either. You're just using the build up. You're using the disqualification and all the riffraff just because you cut the promos, you do this 5 minute match. This is just to keep the story building because you don't want to. You're trying to give a teaser before the actual thing happens.
Yeah, you want to keep your stars off of TV, but at the same token, you're not trying to get them hurt, right?
Hmm.
So, but
Hey, but
I
real quick,
go
I
ahead, go
want
ahead.
to I want to dive in, and the reason why I'm doing this is because this is what you said, and I'm bringing it back, and I'm making sure you understand. You're wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
My
yeah.
my favorite thing in the world to do is to tell Randy he's wrong. So, if you listen back a couple episodes, we were trying to gauge how many matches would be on the card for WrestleMania 42. You kept saying there wouldn't be more than five a night.
I said
Five,
10 for the full weekend. I did say that.
five a night was too many, but five would be good. Five and five would be 10. Sir, drum roll, please. Right as of right now, thanks to our unofficial sponsor, hopefully you got that button ready,
I
the
got it ready.
SmackDownHotel.com, we have 12 matches on the card, sir. And we do not know who's doing what on what night yet, but there's one, two, three, four,
Announced? 12
five,
announced?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 matches that have already been announced since they've already been pushing through this road to WrestleMania, and now they've solidified a few more
Let me pause you
these
real
past
quick. Let
few
me pause you quick.
episodes.
Hey, you got to give me a little bit of credit because this is AEW 12 matches is a fucking normal pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Not including the fucking the pre-show preview kind of
So
buy list thing,
AEW is 10 matches plus 2 to 3 on the pre-show. So right now it's 12 matches split between 2 days,
which is
six and six.
typical WWE. So they must
No,
have
no, no, no. It's
a
not
lot of filler.
typical. It's actually more because of the earlier start time as well. Both days, it's starting at 5 o'clock Central.
So 3 o'clock fucking goddamn starting early, real early.
5 o'clock Central is when WrestleMania is starting both days.
That's not the pre-show, or that is the pre-show.
No, it says WrestleMania will start 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific,
Oh shit. Okay.
5 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. UK. Uh
Goddamn.
huh.
Okay. So 12 matches. Can
So
you can you
real
can you rattle
quick,
them off? Yeah, rattle them off
yes, real quick,
in no
because you
particular
haven't
order,
watched.
right?
Because you haven't watched. No, right now it's just well, there's a bunch of championship matches on here.
That's good. That's good to hear. I like that.
That
I like to hear
yes,
that. I like to hear that.
yes, yes, it is. So you've got they finally solidified this one. Right now, there's no stip or anything else. Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
For a belt,
No,
or that's just open?
that no stip, no belt, just match.
Okay.
They may add the AAA belt. We still have realistically 2.5 weeks because it's on the 18th. We're the last day of March.
3 weeks.
So 18 days realistically is 7, 7, 14, and 4. So 2.5 weeks. They may put the belt on, or maybe they'll save it for AAA. Who knows? Right now, Finn versus Dom. Another match is a women's tag team fatal four way match. Irresistible Forces, Nia Jax, Lash Legends, the champs, versus Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, versus the Bella Twins, Nikki and Brie Bella, versus Bailey and Lyra Valkyria.
Okay.
So that kind of cultivated this past Friday on SmackDown.
Wait,
Uh,
wait. Before you go on, since you're rattling them off, let's just throw our random picks right now, as of right now. Who
okay.
for the
Finn
first
versus
match?
Dom,
Finn.
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 Women's tag, the Bellas.
I would say Bella because Brie is getting a good push. She's been doing really good.
I'm saying the Bellas because this is legit the only way they can win the belts is with
Agreed.
chaos.
Agreed. Agreed.
They'll
Where
be able to win
everyone's busy doing everything else.
through chaos. They can't win it regular.
Agreed.
They've shown it that they can't win it regular. So this is the only way they're going to put the belts on them. Next, women's Intercontinental Championship: AJ versus Becky. AJ.
Uh, I'll say Becky.
Okay. United States Championship:
Oh, I like that.
Carmelo Hayes had it, lost it to Sami Zayn. So now Sami Zayn is the champion,
I missed
and
that. Did that happen
yeah,
Friday?
Friday on SmackDown,
Holy shit!
Carmelo Hayes threw out an open challenge, and Sami Zayn was the one to call it. Was the one to get it. They were waiting for somebody else like Trick or somebody else to go out there and do it. Sammy was the one that got in there. Sammy won, so he's now
Question,
the United
question.
States champ.
Since I missed
And
it,
in the backstage, they had something before this where Trick Williams was like, I need a spot on Mania. So Nick Aldis said, you'll be on Mania. So Trick was throwing it in Sammy's face before he went out there to fight. Before he fought Carmelo, and he's like, hey, this is well, I'm trying to be this. I'm gonna have a way to get on there. I'm gonna be on the fucking show, and he beat Carmelo Hayes. So now Sami Zayn is gonna do it, and he told Nick Aldis, so who am I gonna fight? And he's like Trick Williams.
let me ask you this: did Sami Zayn win heelishly or like a true face? He won heelishly.
There was some interaction that happened, I think,
Okay,
that
okay.
caused it. That I can't remember exactly what
Because
happened. But
they've been like toying with the idea of heel Sami. That's what I was asking since I missed the Friday. I'll watch it back. I'll watch it back by tomorrow, but I was just curious.
yeah,
So it's Sami versus Trick?
Sammy. Right now, it's Sammy versus Trick. I'm waiting to see where if Carmelo is going to be thrown in the mix for a triple threat.
Okay,
But
fair
right
enough.
as of right now, no. Um,
Who you got winning that one? If it is what it is right there, just two, one versus one.
Trick Williams.
Yeah, I
They're
agree.
pushing him, and it's the U.S. title. Sammy doesn't need it.
Yeah,
Sammy doesn't
this
need
is
it.
something to just give him an accolade for now.
Hmm
Okay, yeah,
That way
I'll
he
say
that
Trick.
way he's on the card,
Yes,
and this will help push for something else. If Sammy keeps it, cool. But I honestly think they're pushing Trick.
agreed.
They're
They need a
slowly.
heel champ always works.
Mhm. This one was a surprise yesterday on Raw, the Intercontinental Championship. Penta said he's willing to face any contender that wants to go after it. But if you want my belt, you're gonna have to climb the ladder to get it. So we're gonna have a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. And as of right now,
I
they
like
made
it.
it a five-way ladder match, and the participants are Penta the champ, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, and Rusev.
I
Now,
want
if
to
they
say
add
Penta
any
wins.
more, we'll find out within the next couple of weeks. But right now, they got five already set up for this match.
I would say Penta because he's hot, but maybe even Javon Evans. To be honest with you, they've been pushing him a lot too. Him, Oba, and Trick. They've been pushing them a lot.
Yes, they have. And because it's the Intercontinental, it wouldn't be bad to see. But if Dragon Lee or McDonough got it, I wouldn't be mad either.
I think all those wrestlers, including Rusev, like they're substantial winners for that belt.
Hmm
100%. I want to see Penta continue to reign his reign, but
hmm
we'll see.
And it's kind of cool because you got a little bit of everything in this match, or at least the styles in this match. You got a high flyer, Javon Evans. You've got your luchador, Dragon Lee and Penta. You've got your muscle, Rusev, and then you've got your all around who can also high fly, JD McDonough,
Yeah,
your brawler type.
technical brawler. Yeah.
Hmm Uh, Next match, and this cultivated on Monday Night Raw. Paul Heyman was out in the middle of the ring talking his mess, calls out Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins comes out. Seth Rollins gets sidelined and choked out by Gunther. So now we know who Gunther's going to fight for Mania, and it's Seth Rollins.
Is Gunther with Heyman, or he just so happened to get
He
blindsided
went
by
out
him?
there and just was tired of Seth Rollins at his mouth and went out there and just fucking put him to sleep on the announce table. Hunched over the announce table, choked him out, put him to sleep, and walked off. And Heyman was just looking from the ring. So who knows? Maybe there might be a temporary alliance or with Heyman and Gunther, but there was no interaction.
Because Gunther's been out for a while since he fought
He hasn't
AJ,
been
right?
out. He's just been off TV because originally they wanted to do Gunther. From what I read on the sheets, it was supposed to be Gunther and
Bro.
Mysterio,
Oh, that's right,
but
that's right, that's right.
but Rey Mysterio's hurt,
Okay,
so they're saving that for another date, I guess. But Ray has stated in an interview that he wants Dominic to retire him. He doesn't want Gunther. He doesn't want to go through Gunther,
fair enough.
and because there's no one else that they're going to try to retire right now, uh, they put Seth Rollins on him. So that's going to be
Seth Rollins
interesting.
can always take the loss. You mean
Hmm
he's the go-to guy right now who's like, hey. He can
But
afford a
Gunther,
loss.
but Gunther can take a loss too because they're not putting Seth Rollins' career on the line. It's just a match.
True, true,
Or DQ happens.
true. That can also
So,
happen.
next match on the card, open challenge. Well, we knew it was an open challenge. Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi. Man,
Oh,
Oba went fucking nuts
go
on
wait,
Raw.
wait, go back. Who do you think's gonna win between Gunther and
Seth and
Seth?
Gunther. Seth,
Seth. I'll go Seth too.
did we say? Oh yeah, we didn't have a real choice for Intercontinental because, I mean, you said Javon. I say anybody. I say shit. I like to see it on McDonough, and him go back to the clubhouse holding on to it.
I want to see Penta retain, but I think if they're gonna, if because of the pushes they're giving Javon Evans, probably.
Okay. Brock and Oba.
How was this build up? You said it was really good yesterday.
Oh yeah, Oba fucking. So Brock was there talking a whole bunch of shit, well, Heyman was talking a whole bunch of shit. Brock takes the fucking mic out. Enough with the talk. Oba, get your ass out here. And that's when Oba came out and Oba fucking beat up all the fucking
Security,
the security, and he even pushed what's his name
Paul Heyman.
Adam Pierce into the
Oh,
fucking the side and fucked him up a little bit too. And yeah, it was a good build. He even like got somebody and fucking threw him, dude. One of the security guards, he launched him, dude.
he did
That
a
shit.
fucking, he did a, oh,
Oh yeah, yo, he,
oh.
motherfucker will never run to the ring like Ultimate Warrior. Fuck no.
He's fucking, he does the Jeff Hardy and it's a running.
I got Oba. They're pushing Oba. I like it. I got Oba. If this is gonna be the passing of the torch, pass it now.
I'm okay with Oba because like as I said a couple of weeks ago, probably a couple of months ago, honestly. I think this is probably Brock Lesnar's last year, and I think Gunther will retire him in Minnesota at SummerSlam. So
Okay, there you go. Next, unsanctioned match. This happened on SmackDown. Jacob Batu and Drew McIntyre. Y'all want to beat each other up that bad? Then you'll have an unsanctioned match, and they're gonna have that on Mania.
Jacob
So
Batu, that Jacob
yeah,
Batu.
Batu. The WWE Women's Championship. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. I still have my money on Rhea.
Smart play is Rhea because Jade hasn't done anything, and if she beats Rhea Ripley, who is probably the most compatible as far as look and logical fighter because she's big and strong, if they don't put it on Rhea, then I don't know where to go with the championship because they already haven't done anything up until this point. So
Unless you're willing to put somebody else on it or bring somebody else over there, Rhea would be the smart play to put her on SmackDown to help build the brand because you have more star power right now in the women's on Raw than you do on SmackDown that needs to push.
yeah,
So that would be a smart play.
so
And then
Rhea,
she also has the fucking our truth, dude. Uh, was it was it this Friday or the Friday before? Uh, fucking Rhea's there talking to somebody and she goes in the back and she sees what's his face?
Damian Priest.
Yeah, she sees him and our truth is with them and he's looking at both of them. He's like, the judgment our truth is back there fucking with somebody looks like a backstage hand. Yeah. And yeah, and this is what this is on there. Okay, he's looking at tape measures. And Damien's all, "What are you doing?" It's like, "We're building the clubhouse, dog. We're gonna build the clubhouse back together." And then Rhea comes walk. See, look, the Judgment Day. We're all here. The Judgment Day's back together. I'm sorry we kicked you out, Damien, or some bullshit like that. Yeah, brought up some old bullshit or whatever. But yeah, the fucking shit was funny,
So
dude.
you have the Terror Twins. It's not bad to have her on SmackDown in case they ever need to double team and do something like that. Absolutely.
Yep. And right now, Truth and Damian Priest are the tag team champions. They had beat MFTs like 2 weeks ago, I think, for the belts.
Nice. So there's some consistency with that story if it plays out
Hmm
where Rio ends up in SmackDown. So cool with that.
hmm then you have the World Championship for the women, Stephanie Becker versus Liv Morgan. Honestly, either one holding that belt would not be a bad idea, but as thick as this fucking story is getting, it would be nice to see Liv holding that belt.
I would just go Liv because I think some opportunities had been pushed to the back burner because of her injuries or unexpected injury and shit like that. So I would say Liv Morgan. and she would have a good rubber match with Stephanie moving forward. That keeps them consistent throughout.
Remember, we were saying we were waiting to see where they were gonna do what they're gonna do with Roxanne,
Hmm.
if they were gonna fucking bring her back or wait till Mania. She came back last night
Okay.
and helped out Liv Morgan when they were beating up on Stephanie.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, because Liv Morgan comes out to the ring, cuts a promo on fucking Stephanie. What did she say? Uh, she had said something about the whole. Yeah, I know I'm better than you because this is my fucking ring, and I fucking was born in this ring, or I was bred in this ring, and blah blah blah. And then the hell of where you came from, and tu mamá eran basura puta, or something like
Liv
that.
Morgan tells
Tu
Stephanie that.
mamá es basura puta.
Nice. Hey, dude,
Yeah.
I fucking love it. I love it.
And then fucking Stephanie's music hit, and fucking Stephanie was in this fucking cat suit, oh la la, and came running into the fucking ring, and then they started fucking beating. She started beating Liv up, and Liv was in like little halter top, little black shorts, and fucking heel boots, and it looked like Stephanie had the upper hand, and fucking out of nowhere here came fucking Roxanne and started beating the shit out of her, and yeah, they fucking double teamed her.
Nice.
So
I like the word double team
yep,
and all those three ladies' names.
yep, yeah, it was. I anybody would you'd be stupid not to give your left arm to be in that brothel of a four way.
There you go.
Yes, for real. Next on the card, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Now,
Oh,
what was
we said live.
interesting,
You said live. Yeah.
Cody opened up Raw yesterday. Yesterday was in Madison Square Garden,
He opened up
and
Raw.
he opened up Raw,
Interesting.
and he went out there because it's WWE's home, fucking Madison Square Garden, la la la. And I told the family yesterday, I was like, why the fuck is Cody opening up Raw? Is it to build storyline, or is it just because to fucking sell tickets and be there fucking because it's fucking Madison Square Garden? And then him going into his promo, you hear another person's music hit, and it starts off with a woman singing. It's like, holy shit, Stephanie McMahon music hit, and she came out to the ring, and she came to talk to Cody, and was basically telling him, you don't know Randy Orton the way you think you know Randy Orton. He's not listening to the voices. He summoned the voices. The voice he's the one talking to the voices. He's telling them what to do. This is not the Randy you fucking know. You need to go to a dark place if you're gonna fucking beat this man because it's not gonna happen. And they went and they had words on each other, and uh, she said some bullshit that fucking got him disturbed. He told her some bullshit that got her disturbed, and fucking she slapped him, and then it went a little bit more, and then it fucking she ended it by saying, "You don't know what you're getting yourself into," and she fucking that was it.
I'd be like, he fucking punted me, my dad, my husband. Come on.
That was all brought up on there. That
I
was all brought up
really
in the promo.
that's you know
Yeah.
I'm assuming that she would have said dad, but they're keeping
Well, no,
Vincent out of that name.
the thing that ticked him off. I can't. I'm sorry, it's not verbatim, but she said something to the effect of like, "You're nothing like your father. You'll never be able to fucking do this. You know, you can't be like your father. You have to go to a dark place." And that's when Cody dropped the fucking line. He's like, uh, "By all due respect," or however they fucking say it, fucking I'm nothing like your father, just like you're not your father's child or something like that. And like the crowd went all fucking nuts. Can't remember verbatim, but it was
Ooh.
something hard hitting because they brought up McMahon without bringing up McMahon.
Fair, fair. I like that. I like that. I like that it involves Stephanie because that gives her,
Yes.
she's in the Hall of, she's been inducted to the Hall of Fame. So
Oh, when was it? When Triple H came out? Um, who did he
yesterday
get in
or Friday?
yesterday?
Okay,
Who did he get in between? He got in between. Brock and Oba.
okay,
Yeah, he came out. He actually came out and got between Brock and Oba.
nice.
And then last but not least, the World Heavyweight Championship, Punk and Roman, and that's when they had words again, and
Oh
that
wait,
really,
before we get into it, who do you got for Cody and Randy?
I want Randy to hit 15, man. I want Randy to hit 15. I think Cody's his fucking days. And if Cody gets away with the championship beating Randy, then it was a ploy the whole fucking time because I honestly think this Randy is gonna stay, and this Randy is gonna fucking heel champ.
Well, I mean, his name is Randy, and he's a gentleman and a scholar with a name like that. But absolutely, I am all about the 15. I think he does. I mean, I know a lot of people say like no one deserves anything, and he doesn't. But he hasn't had a championship in a long time, and
You almost made me
he's
spit
put
out
his
my
time
drink with that
in.
bullshit.
He put his time in, and Randy Orton, this Randy Orton 09, 15, whatever whatever you want to call this Randy, it's a nice transition because he was with RK Bro, then he was all these other things,
Dude, he's
and
been face since COVID.
yeah. So I'm okay with this, and he hasn't held a major heavyweight championship. He's put his time in, and like I said, I know a lot of people never, a lot, especially wrestlers, say we don't deserve it. It has been earned. It has been earned that position to come back, and it's a perfect time because Cody needs somebody to fight, and Randy Orton needs another championship to win to put on around his fucking shoulder and be number 15 to start that race to fucking 17. That's just what it is.
Yep.
So I'm all about letting Randy hit that thing. And you said Roman and Punk had an interaction this past Monday as well.
Yep. Fucking Punk came out to the ring already fucking taped up, ready to go, and they just started beating the shit out of each other.
I like it. I like it. So who you got in that one? Oh,
Punk.
Punk. I want to say Punk, but I also want to say there's gonna be some shenanigans. I don't know if the shenanigans are gonna go in Roman Reigns' favor, but I
I
feel like
think so.
there's so many shenanigans. There's gonna be so much shenanigans that I want to fucking just throw something out of left field. I kind of feel that the Usos are gonna turn on Roman, not help him. They're gonna make it seem like they're gonna help him. And they're gonna turn and say, "Dude, you're still selfish," and then fucking do something to him. I'm expecting a stipulation in this particular match.
Okay. Something that's gonna help him, that's gonna hurt him, but he still
No, 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 no,
wins.
no, no, no. I say Punk.
Oh, okay.
I feel like they're gonna lean like Roman's gonna win because they've Punk has made it pretty known you can't win by yourself. You said that you had Paul Heyman, you had the fucking Bloodline, you had the MFTs, you had all these people always helping you. You've never done anything on your own, and he hasn't in a long time.
Hmm.
Not something that's been worthwhile. He has win championships on his own, but
Hmm.
not worthwhile like where he's more recently, right? So I feel like they're gonna make it feel like he's gonna win because someone's gonna help him or the family's gonna be with him, and then all of a sudden maybe it's not the Usos, maybe it's some other family tree people who cause him the fucking match, so they can push that storyline so Punk can go on about doing his thing. Roman Reigns doesn't need the belt. He's held the belt the longest, more recently. He just needs a storyline also that he can just be part time here and there. So I think Punk will retain
They
on this
should.
one.
Okay. Storyline idea. All the Samoans don't like Roman Reigns. All the Samoans don't like CM Punk. They have a Samoan lumberjack match. It's Punk versus Roman, surrounded by Samoans, and let them
I
tee off on everybody.
I can see that, and then Roman Reigns getting thrown out initially, and everyone's like, maybe Solo kind of like looks at him, and Roman looks at him, and because Solo is like, I fucking hate you still. They still have little issues, right? I hate you, but I hate him more. So whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, and then when Punk gets thrown out, if I'm gonna run with your story, right? Punk gets thrown out, gets his ass beat a little bit, throws back in,
Mm-hmm.
and then when Roman Reigns gets thrown out, and they don't beat up Punk enough, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, dude, you're supposed to be helping me. We're a fucking family." And then
Mm-hmm.
that's how they turn on him. Like, well, fuck you, dude. Like, we're
Mm-hmm.
not here for you. We're here for your dad. There's a big difference. We're
Yep.
family. We're Samoans, but we're not here for you. We still think you're an asshole, and maybe something like that. I'm okay with that. That'd be nice to involve a lot of people in one story because if that truly is your Sunday night main event, you need a big fanfare. Let's be realistic, right? And don't get me wrong, Roman versus Punk is pretty big as far as the fanfare, but it doesn't hurt to get more people, more of the storyline involved to kind of build it up, make it feel more special, right? A little more special. So
So realistically, do you think the drama will happen towards the end of the match, or it's a clean win, either or, and drama happens after the win.
I want to say that there's going to be a slight interference towards the end of the match, nothing, but nothing crazy, and then at the end it's going to pop off because then you have to build up for Monday after Mania and
Hmm.
continue for the next pay per view, right? That's the goal.
Well, I wouldn't really say build up for Monday after Mania because there's no build up time. If anything, it's more
Follow
if,
up.
if follow up, and if there's a fucking surprise that's gonna happen because they need a surprises this fucking year, man. They fucked up by not doing that last year.
I agree. So that's what I'm saying. Like I think will there be shenanigans? Yes. Will it lead to one winning over the other? I don't think that will happen. I think there'll be some shenanigans and they'll kind of bypass that. But whoever ends up winning, my assumption would be Punk. The shenanigans will happen right after, and they're gonna fucking gang up on somebody. And I'm thinking they're
Hmm.
gonna gang up on Roman and turn him true face.
Can I just say something?
Go ahead.
I'd like to apologize to everyone listening today. We said we were going to talk AEW, and we just talk about the Mania card because it was right there. So we owe you some AEW talk. But did you hear about who's going to be the host for WrestleMania?
You said Jelly Roll, right?
No, sir.
Is that the shenanigans that we're talking about? Is
That
that
could
it?
be.
Is that it? Well, I would say is that the shenanigans for night one for Randy and Cody?
It could be.
I like it. He's gonna be the true host, or is
He
it gonna
is the
co-host?
host. The host
So they
for.
really want to sell tickets, is what you're telling me. They need the boost, and how do you get the boost? You bring back fucking John Cena.
He's
Okay,
shooting a movie in California and Hollywood. He said Hollywood is not that far from Vegas. He will be there for Mania, and he is the host.
they did a vignette, or what they said online, or what happened?
He did a fucking interview by himself. He did a video and sent it in on his phone.
Damn, they must
I put it on the fucking page on the Facebook page.
tickets must be fucking hurting on sales.
Well, shit. When it hit 25 days to go, they were doing a 25% off tickets, 25% off seats.
Fuck.
There's all 25 days of Mania. Use promo code 25 off or some shit like that for 25% off your fucking seats for Mania.
You know how you fucking sell tickets? Make them reasonable fucking price. That's all you gotta do. Make a reasonable price because, from experience, WrestleMania in general is always expensive. It just is like a football game. But
Hmm.
you put it in one of the most expensive cities in the world, Las Vegas, where a fucking beer costs $12 for a fucking 12-ounce can of Lone Star. Not even a fucking premium beer. 12 ounce Lone Star beer is fucking $12. You you can't expect someone to pay for not the norm the common the normal wrestling fan. You can't expect them to pay for a hotel room for the fucking WWE World, for all the autograph sessions, for all the merch, and then and not only do you have Friday Night SmackDown, you have NXT Saturday morning, then you have Night One Saturday, then you have fucking WrestleMania, and then you have Raw. And then you're gonna have triple. There's something I think Triple A is going on sometime Thursday maybe, just to kind of for people who
It's
are
not
there.
out there. It's in Mexico.
It's gonna be Mexico,
I think so.
but that's a lot to ask, man. That's a lot of money. It is for the common person, the common wrestling fan. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for us. Like we're fucking diehard wrestling fans. It's a lot of money.
Hmm.
So I can see why they fucking have John Cena hosting. I can 100% fucking see that clear as day. Um, I can see why they had the fucking 25% off, but I mean, you want to fucking sell tickets, just make it a little more affordable because you have to take account everything else that costs money. The hotels aren't cheap, flights aren't cheap, gas isn't cheap if you're driving. Like none of this shit's cheap. So you just gotta be realistic and pull back a little bit on that price tag and let people be able to
Mm.
watch this shit.
Our friends here don't have anything for
AAA.
AAA for for that or At least not written here for that area now.
Interesting.
Hmm. But I can tell you here with everything else they have on here on the 19th, which is that Sunday of Mania, New Japan and MLW present CMLL Fantastica Mania USA 2026. That's in Charleston, South Carolina.
Interesting.
So I guess all of them are getting together. New Japan, Major League Wrestling, and CMLL.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
The
Smart.
Hall of Fame, you forgot that one also. The Hall of Fame's on
Okay.
the 17th on
And it's
Friday.
in a different venue than fucking SmackDown, so you have to go somewhere else to watch it.
Yeah.
That's six things, dude. That is six things. That's a lot of money for all six things. If you want to be and all the merch and everything else going on in Vegas, that's a lot of money.
What is it? So realistically, it's the 12th, if you want to count the 11th, that's Saturday, to the 20th is Mania week, right?
Hmm.
Uh, on the 11th, TNA is having their pay per view, Rebellion, so that's going on, and then there's a 2 night event, April 15th and 16th for Dynamite and Collision. I believe they're being recorded back to back or shown live back to back. Yeah, live 2 night special event. So 15 and 16, that would be, oops, sorry, calendar. Wednesday and
Wednesday and
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
That's Spring Breakthrough, Dynamite and Collision. And then also on the 16th okay, so hold on. TNA is in Cleveland, Ohio, April 11th. April 15, April 16, Everett, Washington is Dynamite and Collision live. And then you have New Japan Wrestling Death Vegas Invitational,
Okay.
and that is April 16th in Las Vegas, Nevada. So that is
What?
Thursday. And Friday is a Hall of Fame and
Damn.
SmackDown. Saturday and Sunday, of course, Paradise, Nevada, Las Vegas. You're having WrestleMania, as well as the New Japan and MLW with CMLL in Charleston, South Carolina.
And they have NXT also on Saturday.
Yeah, they don't have it on here yet.
Gotcha.
They don't have it here yet. Stand and Deliver is actually this coming weekend, April 4th,
Okay.
which is this Saturday. So also, well, shoot, NXT is doing Roadblock today, so that's on TV right
TV pay
now.
per view. TV pay per view.
Uh
Yeah.
huh. New Japan has Sakura Genesis 2026 on April 4th, Tokyo, Japan. St. Louis, Saturday, April 4th, NXT Stand and Deliver. Uh, Also on April 4th on Saturday, NWA is having the Crockett Cup Tag Team Tournament. That's in
Okay.
Forney, Texas.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
then this Sunday, is this Sunday Easter?
Yeah.
Oh no, they have it wrong. They have it wrong here. It's actually April 12th. So the day after TNA AEW Dynasty in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. So
So
yeah, they have the date wrong in this. This is where we fucked up last time.
shit's coming up then. A lot of shit's coming up.
A lot of shit's coming up. We are getting in the heat of it, the thick of it.
The thick of it. Well, damn. So we got
And
plan to save your fucking human monies because god dang.
Danhausen.
So, but like I said, I mean, I hope people don't try to overexert themselves and get themselves hurt in the process of trying to get onto the main stage on these big pay-per-views. But at the same token, things are heating up. We haven't even scratched the surface in AEW, and I think we will designate Thursday for that because we did talk about all of WWE. Because you're right, it's right in front of us, and that's the Super Bowl of wrestling. That is where all the fans, all the other wrestling companies, all the fucking major sports want to come and be there. From NFL to MLB to fucking NBA, like people want to be there, and even Hollywood superstars and movie stars and musicians, like it's a big thing. So I'm pumped to see what happens. I'm more intrigued with the stories that are building up. And you said this past week, Friday and Monday, Stories are really heating up, and I'm curious to see how they progress because we got 2.5 weeks, like you said. We got 2.5 weeks before WrestleMania. That is creeping up quick, very quick.
Mhm.
But I guess all we can do is just wait and see, huh?
For real.
The word in the street is you gotta stay tuned for more stories, more violence, you know. But outside of that, we appreciate you watching another Tuesday night Top Rope Tuesday BTR gracing your screens, whether you're watching on or watching back on your favorite podcast platform or seeing our little snippets on the socials at Beyond the Ropes 210. Make sure
Or
to
if you're sitting on the John, don't forget to wash your hands and push that flush button.
the little you mean bell button. Go ahead and put that little bell button.
No, no, I'm talking about flush and wash your hands, you dirty shit.
You filthy bastard. You filthy animal. But you want to watch back, of course, on all the platforms and watch our socials. Leave some comments. Hit us with some questions. We'll uh, respond to them on air. But catch us live this Thursday on Facebook at 7:30 Central Standard Time. You know, join us in the conversation on Twitch and Facebook, where we will be pushing Facebook more, and hopefully by mid-year we will be on YouTube Live. That'll be our main platform going live moving forward. So we're inching our way there. We have stickers. Hit us up. Leave some comments on the socials, and we'll send you a sticker. A nice, cool little sticker. I don't have any in front of me right now, but does Fern have any in front of him? No, nothing. Of course. We're never prepared. We're on off the cuff, but we're there. But we appreciate your support. We appreciate you tuning in. But again, like I said, all you can do is stay tuned for more stories of more violence.
And don't forget, watch us or you are cursed.